What's up, guys? It's a pretty windy and gusty evening here, and I'm going to be reviewing the Davidoff Millennium and Robusto. This Davidoff Millennium Robusto is 5 1/4 by 50 ring gauge. It has an Ecuadorian sun-grown, I'm assuming sun-grown wrapper with Dominican binder and filler. And if you look there at the secondary band, you can see Millennium blend and kind of like a cursive thing going on here. That means this thing's at least 10 years old. I couldn't tell you exactly how old it is, but it's at least 10 years old because they haven't been using that thing for quite some time. On the wrapper, I'm getting barnyard and licorice jelly beans. On the foot, I'm getting licorice and sweetbread. And on the cold draw, I'm not getting much, like maybe a little bit of hay, mint, and licorice. Draw is just slightly on the snug side of perfect. There's a lot of smoke coming out of this. Off light up, I'm not too impressed. I'm getting a lot of pepper sensation, but not pepper flavor in the nose, on the back of the throat, and on the palate. Sensation, no flavor. There is a little bit of maybe toasted creamy almond in there, so there's hope, and maybe some hay. There's just a trace of brown sugar and a vague leather and perhaps some oak. So I'm going to keep on smoking this down, but I have a feeling that we're off to not too great of a start here, and it's possible that this thing may have aged out. Coming up on the end of the first third, the cigar ash itself is performing really well. Lots of smoke and lots of wind. Thankfully, the cigar kind of hit its stride towards the end of the first third. The first half of the first third was dominated by that nasty, spicy sensation with absolutely no flavor, just like slight undertones of sweetness. But now we kind of have a nuanced, delicate profile. Everything's about medium right now, body, flavor, and strength. On the bottom, you got some leather, you got some oak. Started to take on a bit of a charred, meaty quality, but pleasant, not too much. In the middle, we've got like a fudgy nutmeg. We've got creamy sweet almond, maybe like a nougat or something like that. Maybe that sweet almond's coming over into a nougat type thing. And surprisingly, like a mint syrup type of a thing. Kind of like when you're in a sundae shop and they drizzle the mint syrup on top of your sundae. Overall, I got to really knock the first third because of that nasty, spicy sensation. I'm going to have to give it a C+, and it would be like a D, but the back half of the first third has kind of balanced itself out and actually presented some decent flavors. All right, it's time to chime back in. Get it? I really can't knock the burn on this thing because it's windy as heck out here, but it's still burning all right. The ash is taking care of itself. I had to touch it up one time, and it's producing a lot of smoke. This thing has really kind of gone flat in the second third, unfortunately. Everything's kind of died down. It's all still there. Everything that I noted at the end of the first third is still there. It's just that there's more leather and a little bit more oak now, and there's a bit of a licorice component. I'd say actually that mint syrup component has gone over to a licorice note. The body of the smoke has increased quite a bit, so you're getting like nice, heavy, dense smoke, but unfortunately not much flavor, which kind of sucks. But on a positive note, that spicy component hasn't come back, but there is some pepper flavor now, so there's actually a little bit of pepper spice, so like a 1-to-1 ratio of black to white pepper, I'd say, and it's not that much at all. It's just enough to make things somewhat interesting, I guess. Smoke time so far is about 38-39 minutes, and I'm gonna have to give the second third a C-. All right, it's time to call it quits on this Davidoff Millennium Robusto with 10 plus years on it. One of the good things about it is that you can get about an hour and 10 minutes of smoke time in a Category 1 Hurricane with this thing. But let's talk about some of the bad things. The cigar remained mostly flat with most things that were good, but the leather ramped up and the oak ramped up, charred oak ramped up, but surprisingly got a good thing coming in right at the end of the cigar, which was a zesty lemon sugar type of thing, which was not all that bad. Unfortunately, not all that bad is not enough to save the score in the final third of the cigar, which I would put at a C-. Overall, I'd rate this Davidoff Robusto with 10 plus years on it a C-. And I say this as a person that really likes Davidoff Millenniums. For me, I'd much rather have a fresh Millennium, or even one that had 2, 3, 4 years on it. It just so happens that I have one that's just like that. One that has about 2 years on it, and I'll be reviewing that soon. So there's not much else to say other than smoke them if you got them. Just don't wait 10 plus years.